Why isn't inflation also causing wages to rise at a comparable rate? There's no mechanism that automatically makes them go up. That is not something inflation does. You can negotiate a contract that ties your raises to inflation if you want to. But very few, none, laws or employers are there to just give people more wages because of inflation. Some jobs, some benefit programs do have COLA increases at the end of the year. Cost of living adjustments are computed, and increases are based on those. Because that is controlled by businesses, who will only increase wages if they are pressured to do so, such as by law, by competition, by employees quitting en masse, etc. The responses you have received so far do not suggest that the authors have ever even taken a basic macroeconomics class. The answer is that wages almost certainly will rise with inflation. But there is a well-known lag effect between the two. It takes time for contracts to expire, for people to leave positions, and for jobs to get reclassified in higher brackets. Companies exploit this gap and make enormous profits. But it can't last forever. Except in certain geographies. The labor market is no different than any other market. Employers will have to raise wages to be competitive with other employers. They obviously won't want to. But eventually it will be the only way to attract talent. The typical lag is around 914 months. We're already seeing new positions posting for higher salaries than existing positions are paying. In many industries. Because corporations use every excuse they can to raise prices except wages. You're getting a lot of snarky comments here, but on a macro level wages are up. Anecdotally, I'm a recruiter and I'm currently recruiting for several roles that are paying $15,000 $30,000 more than they were last year. Here's the corporate rationale my employer fed the supervisors to pass along to their staff this year. We pay based on cost of labor, which is the going rate for a particular job. Cost of labor does not equal the cost of living. That was followed by a bunch of other corporate BS that we're supposed to share to convince people making less money now is okay. It is in Massachusetts. I am paying pretty big money to some folks compared to 2 years ago. Wages have increased by 8.57% over the last year. The current inflation rate over the last year is 8.2%. Why would it? Representative Katie Porter did a great job using her famous charts to explain this very idea. Wages are going up at a comparable rate. Source: somebody who pays people to do things. Wages are always the last to rise. That's why inflation bites hard. Because there is no actual protection for workers in this country. And companies are only motivated by their profits. If they are not forced to pay their workers more, they won't. This is why unions are so important in many places. And even they don't always work. Because the masses have not suffered enough to cause a big enough fuss yet. Greed. Point blank. Because the majority of the workforce isn't union. I get a raise every year for cost of living and the contract is negotiated every 4 years on top of moving up through positions as people retire, quit. We're also one of the only places I know of locally still offering pension. Price gouging is driving up costs. Because that would eat into the corporate profits. Because you guys don't have automatic wage index, and if in America, no unions to negotiate better working conditions.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.